Get ready to witness jaw-dropping encounters with majestic bison that'll keep you on the edge of your seat. Don't blink, you won't want to miss a moment of this wild adventure. This video unfolds at the Majestic Canyon State Park, where a Texas woman decides to get up close and personal with a massive bison. What could possibly go wrong, right? It's always a risky move to get too close to wildlife, and this scenario proves no exception. As the tension builds, the unexpected happens. The bison, possibly feeling threatened or annoyed, charges towards the woman. Unfortunately, the outcome remains a mystery because, in the heat of the moment, our daring woman drops her phone. The camera hits the ground and we're left in suspense, wondering what happens next. Was she able to escape unharmed? Or did the bison make contact? This footage takes place right here in this neighborhood, where a bison has been approaching homes. Unfortunately, the bison isn't too accepting, and it makes it clear that this is its territory. What makes this particular bison stand out is its characteristic feature, a lack of fur on one side. Now let's learn from a recent close call. As you can see in the footage, this bison has been coming dangerously close to residential areas. But thankfully, everything ended well. Always exercise caution around wildlife. In such situations, it's crucial to increase the distance between you and the bison. That means run. If possible, move out of its line of sight. Attacks are rare, but it's important not to underestimate the potential danger. Who's up for a heart-pounding face-off between a daring man and some seriously imposing bison? You've got your front row seats right here as we dive into a gripping showdown that'll have you on the edge of your seat. The video begins with not one, not two, but a handful of bison planted right smack in the middle of the road. Here comes this guy, brave or maybe a tad crazy, with a plan to get these road-blocking behemoths out of the way. Instead of playing it safe, this guy decides to taunt these wild animals. One of the bison gives our guy a taste of his own medicine with a bluff attack. It's a heart-stopping moment that leaves us all wondering if this guy's in over his head. This bison can go from chill mode to tossing you around like a rag doll in a heartbeat. Here is another wild tale from Yellowstone National Park. We got a story about an unexpected twist during bison mating season. It's mating season in Yellowstone National Park and the bison are feeling a bit frisky, but one couple found out the hard way just how aggressive things can get during this time. The couple's journey through Yellowstone took an unexpected turn when a bison decided to take a liking to their tire. Yes, you heard that right. Mating season led to a bison getting a little too close for comfort, so it seems like the bison mistook the tire for a potential mate. Here we can see a majestic bison, large and imposing, standing still at the side of the road. Cars on both sides come to a halt, leaving plenty of space between them and the bison. And here comes the twist. The bison gives a headbutt to a car, sending shockwaves through the park. And don't worry, no one, not even the bison, was hurt in the making of this wild moment. We're all on the edge of our seats, wondering what's about to happen next. What could have possibly led to this bison-on-car action? Well, it seems the commotion might have played a role. a bison engages with a group of snowmobilers in a playful manner, demonstrating a side of their behavior that might surprise many. As the snowmobilers venture through the snowy terrain, the bison decides to join in on the fun. It playfully runs alongside the snowmobiles, showcasing a level of interaction that isn't often associated with these massive animals. From the perspective of the snowmobilers, the encounter adds a surprising element of excitement to their journey. The bison's playful engagement turns a regular snowmobile adventure into a truly memorable experience. These people are cruising through Yellowstone, enjoying the breathtaking scenery, when suddenly a bison decides to make its presence known. The car in front, not respecting the space of this magnificent creature, gets an unexpected encounter.
Yeah, let's not mess with him.
Now that's one way to get up close and personal with wildlife. This brave traveler captured the moment a bison decided to assert its dominance, giving the car a gentle reminder to respect its space.
We're just not gonna move.
I'm just backing up a little bit.
The person behind the camera noticed another car approaching the bison, seemingly not giving it the space it deserved. The decision to let karma play its part and witness the bison repeat its headbutting act seems to have a bit of a backstory. These tourists are venturing too close to wild bison in the open fields just for a selfie. Things quickly go awry when, instead of stepping back, one of the tourists becomes overwhelmed and ends up on the ground. It's a dangerous situation, especially considering the speed and power of these wild animals. Thankfully, the bison doesn't panic amidst the chaos, preventing a potentially catastrophic trampling. Instead, it calmly stands beside the fallen individual while onlookers shout the advice to play dead. Now here is an unbelievable story from Yellowstone National Park, where a woman's quest for the perfect selfie with a buffalo takes an unexpected turn. Now let's roll the tape. A woman attempting to take a selfie with a buffalo at Yellowstone not only gets charged once, but decides to give it another go. It's an incredible saga of risky choices and a seemingly fearless selfie enthusiast. This woman's selfie session with a buffalo goes from bad to worse. After being warned and charged once, she picks herself up and tries it again. This video unfolds in the awe-inspiring Yellowstone National Park, where wildlife roams freely and the rules of nature reign supreme. In this heart-stopping clip, a curious man finds himself in a dicey situation as a bison charge at him. In this instance, the man appeared to disregard the fundamental rule of respecting wildlife by getting dangerously close to a bison. As if the first encounter wasn't enough of a wake-up call, our protagonist decided to follow the bison as it was trying to move away. Despite the initial charge, he seemed to be unaware of the potential danger he was putting himself in. Let's travel to the snowy landscapes of Outrunning, where a bison show pen promises close encounters with these majestic creatures. Outruning's Bison Show Pen offers a unique opportunity to get up close and personal with bison in a stunning snowy setting. But with these powerful animals, the question lingers, Would you be afraid they might charge at you? Standing amidst the snow-covered landscape, watching these magnificent bison, there's a mix of awe and respect. The bluff charge, while a bit unnerving, was a reminder of the wild nature of these creatures. Yellowstone National Park has specific rules to ensure both visitor safety and the well-being of its inhabitants. Unfortunately, not everyone adheres to these guidelines, as witnessed in a recent incident. We witness a nerve-wracking moment as two men approach bison, seemingly attempting to touch and pose for pictures. Despite the park's clear rules of maintaining a safe distance, these individuals risked their safety and that of the animals.
Oh my God. Don't! Are you... Dude, that thing will kill...
Yellowstone National Park requires visitors to stay at least 25 yards away from bison and elk, and a whopping 100 yards away from bears and wolves. Park rangers emphasize that even seemingly calm animals can be unpredictable, especially if they feel threatened. A family riding in their car gets a surprise visit from not just one, but two white bison. These majestic creatures approach not for an attack, but for what seems like a loving interaction.
Oh my gosh. I don't know what he's doing, Paige. He must have an itch.
Rare and majestic creatures known for their symbolism decide to pay the family's car a visit. It's not an attack, but rather a display of affection, the bison scratching its head against the vehicle.
Oh my gosh. Daddy would love this. Mommy's taking a video. Oh my God.
What makes this encounter even more magical is the joyful response from the family. Far from fear, everyone inside the car is laughing and happy as the white bison seemingly gives their vehicle a big hug. A group of tourists on a snowmobile tour halts to capture pictures and videos of a massive herd of bison they've stumbled upon. However, the excitement takes an unforeseen twist as these herbivores get a bit too animated. The video kicks off with the group pausing their snowmobiles to document the majestic bison they've encountered. Little do they know that these seemingly calm herbivores can kick it into high gear when they feel a burst of excitement. Just when the group thought the surprises were over, a new wave of shock hits as they spot a bull charging directly towards them. The sudden scare heightens the tension, and our adventurers brace for impact. Here's a video of a California tourist who dared to ride a wild bison. What could have been a disastrous decision turns into an astonishing encounter that defies all odds. In this unbelievable video, we find ourselves witnessing a truly daring moment. A California tourist walks up to a wild bison that's calmly lying on the ground.
I'm your friend. Hi. I'm your friend.
He approaches the bison as if it were a docile pet, showing an unusual level of comfort around such a large and potentially dangerous creature. Luckily, the bison appears to be unfazed by the tourist's presence. We've got a baby bison here, totally clueless and curious about our guy here. It's like it's trying to figure out if the camera is a snack or something.
Go away, go away, go away, go away, hey, go away, go away, no.
And this guy? Well, he's just trying to have a peaceful day, minding his own business. But let me tell you, the way he talks to that baby bison is pure comedy gold. Now here comes Mama Bison, and she's not having any of it.
No, your mom's gonna fucking kill me. Go away. Go away. Huh.
Our guy here is fully aware of the danger. He's keeping his distance, respecting these wild animals. In the end, Mama Bison takes charge, herding her little one away from the potential danger, all while keeping a watchful eye on our adventurer. We've got this enormous bison just owning the road, and the folks in their cars? Well, they're tempted. I mean, who wouldn't be? That bison is like a living, breathing mountain.
I don't want to, like,
But hold on a second. Touching the bison? Yeah, that might not be the best idea. Sometimes it's crucial to resist the temptation for a hands-on encounter, especially with these majestic creatures.
I'm not gonna touch it. I could have touched it.
Fortunately, our bison friend decides to gracefully walk off, and the people in their cars, they made the wise choice to let it be. It's all about respecting wildlife and letting them do their thing without interference. So this person here is just hanging out watching these awesome American bison when one of them decides to spice things up. How? By giving the car a good licking.
I'm kind of shaky trying to film right now.
Hi.
Yes, you heard it right. A bison inspecting a car like it's a new flavor of grass. It strolls down, showing the car some love bison style. Well, they're nervously laughing because, well, who wouldn't be a bit worried about their car getting slobbered on?
Holy shit.
In the end, all's well. The bison struts away, still eyeing our adventurer, and the car survives its unexpected bison spa day. Nature sure knows how to throw in some surprises. Picture this. You're cruising through Yellowstone National Park, enjoying the nature, when suddenly the usual traffic jam takes an unexpected twist. Why? Bison! Yes, those majestic beasts decide it's time to lead the traffic parade. A bunch of bison start meandering through the lanes. What if one of these colossal creatures decided to have a closer look at those parked cars? Now, we're not saying it would turn into a full-on bison versus car showdown, but it could get a tad chaotic. Cars honking, people snapping pictures, and bison casually strolling between vehicles. That's a recipe for a unique traffic jam experience. The classic Yellowstone traffic jam where bison and bumper-to-bumper cars play a peculiar dance. Take a look at this herd of mighty bison attempting to waltz their way through the vehicle maze.
Oh, shit.
The enormous bison are trying to gracefully maneuver through the tight spaces. Spoiler alert, it's not exactly a smooth tango. With dozens of bison in the mix, this traffic tango takes its sweet time. But fear not, because everyone in their metal boxes is practicing the art of patience. Why? Well, let's just say you wouldn't want to upset these massive roamers. Here they are enjoying the serene beauty of Yellowstone National Park, when suddenly a cacophony of honks startles a massive bison herd. Chaos ensues as they start thundering downhill in a stampede. The terrifying reality, nobody knows where these behemoths are headed. A stampede is like nature's flash mob, unpredictable and potentially perilous. Tourists, rightfully so, are sprinting to safety. But here's the twist of relief. The bison decide to take the scenic route up the hill, away from the panicking tourists. Just imagine the chaos if these colossal creatures charge straight through the human blockade. They are cruising through the wild, and out of nowhere, a bison casually strolls onto the road. Now you've got a choice. Hit the brakes and wait, or zoom past without stirring up any bison drama. Most cars opt for the speedy route, and surprisingly, the bison seems pretty chill about it. But here's the twist. One adventurous tourist decides to play wildlife filmmaker, slowing down for a cinematic close-up. The tourists narrowly escape what could have been a not-so-friendly encounter. Moral of the story: when nature's giants decide to take a leisurely stroll, it's best to be a passive spectator. Ever tried convincing a bison to move? Our footage begins with a colossal bison taking a leisurely stroll right in the middle of the road, bringing traffic to a standstill. Instead of honking horns or attempting risky maneuvers, every vehicle falls in line behind the bison. It's like a wildlife-induced traffic jam, and surprisingly, everyone seems okay with it. Even the person behind the camera, with ample room to bypass, decides to hit pause on the journey and simply marvel at the grandeur of the bison. Sometimes nature takes the driver's seat and we're all just along for the ride. On a snowy trail, a bunch of snowmobilers and a bison casually taking a stroll, effectively creating a roadblock in this winter wonderland. These snowmobilers know they're in a tricky spot because, let's face it, an annoyed bison can turn a joyous ride into an action movie scene. But fear not, these guys are pros. Not only do they have the skills to navigate the snow, but they've also got a larger snowmobile for added protection. The strategy? Ride through cautiously and avoid getting too close to the bison. The bison seems to be in the mood for a showdown, adding an extra layer of challenge. The snowmobilers, however, prove their wit by skillfully maneuvering around the unpredictable movements of the massive beast. The snowmobilers outsmart the bison, showcasing that even in the wild, humans and wildlife can find a way to coexist. This person is cruising down the road, and suddenly, a massive bison decides to take a leisurely stroll right in the middle of your path. When they spot this colossal creature, they quickly slow down or come to a complete stop, ensuring a safe distance from the bison. Rather than honking or trying to rush past, the people in their cars do something unexpected. They clear up the entire lane for the bison. Yes, you heard it right. They pull over and let the big guy have the road all to itself. People are willing to rearrange their plans and make way for a bison, showcasing the respect and caution that comes with sharing the road with such formidable creatures. Ever faced a traffic jam caused by bison? Well, meet the unsung hero, Officer Bison Buster.
There's something going on more seriously than this.
But here's the kicker. These bison are no pushovers. Officer Bison Buster tries to play traffic cop, using his car to gently persuade them away. A valiant effort, right? However, the stubborn bison have other plans. No matter how many times the officer clears the road, the bison keep making a comeback. It's a bit like a wildlife version of Groundhog Day. Officer Bison Buster faces a Sisyphean task, trying to keep the roads clear from these nature-induced traffic hurdles. Imagine this. You're out camping, soaking in the great outdoors, and suddenly a massive bison strolls by. That's exactly what happened to these hikers. The majestic bison, seemingly on its own nature walk, passes right beside them. Now that's a close encounter with wildlife. Sure, it's a beautiful beast, but let's be honest, having a creature of that size near you can send shivers down your spine. The hikers, though, played it smart and stayed calm and quiet. These bikers are cruising through Custer State Park on their motorcycles, enjoying the scenic ride. But hold on tight, because things are about to get a bit wild. Suddenly, a herd of buffalo decides to join the road, creating a stampede right towards the motorcyclists. Now that's a sight to see, a massive bison with a growl from one of the big males echoing through the air.
Go on, guys, let's go on. Go on. Go on.
It's a little intimidating, especially when that boss buffalo comes charging right at you. But here's the cool part. Everyone seems to be getting along just fine. The motorcyclists are staying out of the buffalo's way, and it's a harmonious coexistence between man and beast. This group is on their way out of Yellowstone National Park, enjoying the breathtaking views, when suddenly nature decides to put on a show. 2 bison bulls ready for a tussle, and you've got front row seats. But wait, there's a bit of concern in the air. The safety of the van is at stake, and the sound of the bison doesn't exactly scream friendly neighborhood. They had a perfect chance to go. The road was clear, but they missed the opportunity. And here's a pet peeve, those gawkers with their pointed cameras. Why do people insist on staring at these enormous testosterone-driven animals up close? It's like they're asking for trouble. It's so massive that you might wonder if it's perfectly balanced, like nature's heavyweight gymnast. In Europe, especially in Poland, they have native bison that look a bit different but are just as magnificent. Now, you'd think these buffalo would get used to seeing cars, right? But nope, they can surprise you, especially if some goofball decides to tease or provoke them. Here's a quirky twist. This bison is not just grazing peacefully, it's got something to say. Ever heard a bison growl? Nature's wonders, sometimes delicate and sometimes fierce, remind us of the beauty and power coexisting in the wild.